You're the boss. She's the boss.
Am I just? Welcome to Friday Night Fashion. I'm Amanda Wakeley.
I'm Jo Elvin, and today we're in Milan.
We are going to review Fall Winter Milan Fashion Week, and we've got some great shows. It was a really uber glamorous season.
So glamorous. I mean, it's what you expect from the Italians, but they really, I think somebody wrote that, you know, when the chips are down and sales have been a bit flat, Milan goes back to, okay, what do we know that everybody just wants to buy the hell out of? And that's what they've done.
And that's what I loved about it, actually, that they turned the volume up, but actually a lot of it could walk straight off the catwalk into my wardrobe and probably yours.
Definitely mine. I just want to apologize now for saying Milan with an Australian accent. It's just not nice, is it?
Milan.
But Milano also just sounds a bit
it sounds a bit pretentious, doesn't it?
Yeah. Milan.
Well, we're off to Milan, and to me, I wanted to start with Ferragamo because
heaven.
I just think what Maximilian Davis is doing here, and he's really reinventing this brand again. This, you know, known for years for the little bow shoes, and now
yes, that's true. I used to walk past them every day in my office in Bond Street. Yeah,
I wonder who wore them.
It wasn't me.
Your granny.
Was it you? Yeah, I know.
It was
yeah, I
your
didn't
granny.
have a rich Italian granny, so it wasn't her. Yeah.
But he kicked off the show with this amazing series of khaki, which are, you know, beautiful felted wool.
You know what it's saying? It's saying power.
It is.
It's just fabulous.
But in a militaristic way, but without being too obvious. I mean, even look one, what I loved were these wide trapunto stitched belts with this lovely long sort of D-ring buckle.
Love that buckle.
That theme went the whole way through the show, from, you know, the heavy felted wools all the way through onto the chiffon tops and dresses.
And I must say, I do love, we've seen it in a lot of shows, even in London as well in New York, but the gender fluidity. Like, you know, we've got sort of like different gendered models of it, or it is women's wear, right? But it's fluid, and I love that.
I think it's really cool. I love the fact that there are men in women's shows, and it works beautifully.
Oh wow, I love this this look 8. So
we've got khaki green leather head to toe on a man looking super chic.
I'm game.
I'm loving, because it's something I've always loved, this sort of heavy felted wool. Look 12, you've got this heavy felted wool,
that beautiful coat.
Yes, and then this absolute slither of a chiffon dress.
Yes, sheer is a major theme coming through from the shows this year. Just brace everyone. There's a way to wear it. There's an everyday way to wear sheer.
And how are you wearing sheer?
Well, you know, you can sort of like put a slip under it. You can
You're
put
layering
it.
Color.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love the different color underneath, and I absolutely love these feather. New word. They're actually feather shoes.
I love them too, but I mean,
where are we wearing them?
Yeah,
I know.
Sorry to be a bore.
And I love here in look 20. Then you've got this contrast of this felted wool, wrapped jacket, and then this like shredded dress. I think it's super chic.
Go back just a second to look 24. Kind of love that for an evening out.
Absolutely. Maybe with a slip underneath.
Maybe.
My
boobs are still quite nice.
I'm loving this look 31, which is what I alluded to earlier. That lovely belt feature that's sort of anchoring all of that, like a deep dark mustard chiffon.
It's so clever, isn't it?
Yeah, really
you can
chic.
Just tell that just flows exactly where. Do you know what I mean? It was like it would just sit exactly where it's supposed to on the body. Move, although she got knickers on.
She has got knickers on.
Okay, good. Phew. I was just about to.
You're being headmistress.
I was just about to clutch my pearls very sternly.
But look at that bag.
Yeah.
It's the dégradé of the leather. I think for me, Milan, there was so much craftsmanship. You know, proper Italian atelier craftsmanship.
But that's the thing. I mean, quite a lot of these fashion houses, their roots are in luggage, accessories, travel, all of those things. Oh, that's my favorite. Look 40. How stunning is that?
Super
If
chic.
I was still running the Glamour Women of the Year Awards, I would have been making inquiries to see if I could borrow that to wear.
So we're in
They
a sort
probably
of,
would have said no, but I would have asked.
it's a glacé chiffon.
Yeah.
And then with these exquisite feathers coming out of the top of the cups, absolutely beautiful. A lot of very chunky big boots.
Look at
too.
this look 44, and I think this is something we'll see echoed in the Bottega collection as well. This sort of like this really clever drapery of, it's sort of like this new dress tunic shape coming in. That's sort of like, it's really fluid, slightly unusual shape, and there's a lot of that kind of like really big oversized shoulder thing coming through, and this is a subtle nod to it, I think. And like those color combos is gorgeous,
and those beautiful rounded shoulders. Less so here, but I'm curious to know, I mean, I love these feather shoes on the catwalk, but I'm fascinated to know how they'll translate that into a commercial version, because I'm sure they will.
The other place you will see those is front row next season at the shows. Yes. It'll be, the Anna Della Russos of Vogue and all of those people who don't have to worry about the weather, because
they will be getting straight out of a limousine into the back of into the entrance. I loved the craft in this look 46. Look at the draping of that fringing. It's absolutely exquisite.
Don't you think that's going straight to the Oscars?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think Margot Robbie needs to stop doing the Barbie thing and just wear a sophisticated dress like that.
It's
Sorry,
time. I think, I think we're sort of done on Barbie, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then I these finale dresses, again, I think going straight to the Oscars.
Do you know what? Go down this silver one, look 59. I'm not a fan of I can see that it's beautifully made. I hate that look.
Tell me why?
I just find it aesthetically annoying.
Because so we've got the silver draped
I think you're
satin.
sheer or you're not. I don't like it. It's just a personal thing.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. I mean, I have to.
That is stunning. 62.
It is absolutely beautiful. We were chatting about this earlier. The one thing I noticed about Milan is it's so not either age diverse or body diverse. And this Paloma Lessa, who's gorgeous, but she seems to be sort of the token curvier girl.
Look, we've got a curvy girl
in each show.
Shut up.
Yes, that's just one.
Yeah, we just need to tick that box.
She's in one look per show, and that's it. And it just feels...
she looks incredible in that dress.
Yep, absolutely. So well done, Ferragamo.
I mean, pretty much 7 stars out of 5, really. It's amazing.
Well, let's just hope that converts into commercial success for them, because I think it's fab. Let's have a look at what Raf Simons and Miuccia Prada are up to at Prada.
You've got Miuccia Prada powerhouse, Raf Simons powerhouse. Put them together, it's like Avengers Assemble.
It is on steroids.
I love Prada, and the thing is, I know I keep saying, "Oh, when I used to go to Milan," but I can't help it. It's like when I used to go to Milan, when you walk into that Prada show space, it's always like an art installation that you're always transported to whatever mood she wants to represent. So I do miss that from just looking at these pictures, but
the theatre of it,
how glam it's it started with all that beautiful opening look of all those
the feathers,
and it's
sorry, not the feathers, the bows. What am I talking about?
Yeah. There's just something about the way she cuts, and it's always the perfect mashup of glamorous but don't fuck with me. I am super powerful.
It is almost the antithesis of what we'll go on to next, which is Dolce, which is all on the body, super vavavoom, Sicilian, sexy. Prada's sexy in a more subversive way.
The Prada woman doesn't need anybody else to tell her she's sexy.
Yes,
that's I think the difference.
Yeah. So look, we've got those fabulous bows all over that very simple slip dress. And have you noticed the sort of belt-like suspension of the bag? Absolutely love.
I mean, that bag will be a sellout.
And further down, there were some bags that had these beautiful belts around them.
Yeah.
I thought really, really
She's always
chic.
been so clever with that.
I think what I love about Prada is the way that she mixes this quite mannish tailoring, like in Look 8.
With something super feminine
Yeah.
and sheer and light. I'm loving the headwear. Do we think that this is going to happen? Is she going to make hats? Do you remember when everyone used to wear hats in the olden days? Do you know what I mean?
I think it was the olden days.
Yeah.
I don't think it's coming back. Somehow.
I don't know. I think I might give it a go.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, next week. I'll look forward to it. The other thing I love about Prada is the crafting. I mean, look at the in Look 9.
And you know that would have taken hours.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if that's Devore. I think it's probably.
I think it is.
No. Do you know
Or
what
do you
that
think,
is? That is
it fur?
applied, and I think it's either. It looks like faux fur.
Yeah.
Applied in that beautiful pattern. Very, very clever.
I'm loving
crafting.
these sort of slightly military, slightly jockeyish
Caps.
headwear. She was the one, controversially, many, many years ago, who reintroduced the turban to the runway. Do you remember?
Yes.
The urban turban.
Yes.
Didn't really catch on.
No. I'm not sure these hats are going to catch. But in a show sense, they take the look to another place,
And look at this, Look 25. There's something about the way Prada puts colours together. That pink in her hands is almost subversive.
Yep.
It's sort of like you've got all this masculine stuff, then you've got this pop of the most bubblegum pink.
I was going to say it's
somehow
proper
it works.
bubblegum, isn't it? I have to say, I thought these varsity jackets were really, really cool. I'm a sucker for a varsity
They're
jacket,
amazing, right?
anyhow.
Yeah.
But I think.
But do they all have P? Can you have your own initial?
I would think it's P for Prada, maybe.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Yeah.
That was my favorite. This is what I love Prada for again. Color combos you never thought would work.
Like 35.
Yep. And 34, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've got the red with the. Oh, I mean, it's proper purple, isn't it?
What was that? It's Grimace from McDonald's. Sorry. You can always count on me to find the really highbrow reference.
And now,
look at that. Look 40. That's so exquisite.
It is. And again, we're seeing these nods to fur trims, whether they're real fur or faux fur is really hard to tell. I would imagine faux fur.
I tell you what, I'm not absolutely as madly in love with the shoes as I normally am in a Prada show. I think they just look a bit.
They're quite dainty, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
We've got a helicopter coming in to rescue you at that point.
I just always want to be the Prada woman.
She's super, super chic and sophisticated, isn't she? I love that dress. Look 55.
Look at that, with pockets and everything.
It's proper nods back to original Prada Sport.
Exactly,
isn't it?
yes. And it actually reminds me of like a Miu Miu dress I had from 20 years ago, where it was on constant rotation to the point where I wish I'd bought 3 of them.
But I love this sort of, it's Gorp core, isn't it? It's proper technical fabric, but in a really, really beautifully cut, but simple shift dress.
And with that sort of wide neck, still got a hint of sexiness.
Yep.
Enough sexiness.
Yeah. Well, it's all about that
Really feminine.
shoulder line, isn't it?
We love it.
We love it. We love it. Super strong. So Dolce in their 40th year. I mean,
Isn't that extraordinary?
good for them. It's extraordinary. I mean, and this was pretty much an entirely black show.
Well, that's not unusual for them.
Yep.
But yeah, and it was, as we were saying earlier, that sort of like Viva Italiano, Vava Vom,
Yep.
sex on steroids, no apologies for all the skin,
Yep.
but beautifully crafted with it.
Beautiful. I mean, the tailoring is exquisite, whether it's this sort of very oversized tux jacket all the way down to the almost shrunken matador
Do you know,
tux.
one of my first ever super serious fashion purchases was a white tailored suit from Dolce.
Oof.
And it was so good until
Until it wasn't.
someone spilled red wine.
Oh no, I knew you were going to say red wine. That sounds like an insurance claim.
No, yeah.
I love, again, this mix of sort of the hard and soft, these uber delicate pieces underneath. Even sort of look one, you've got the beautiful chiffon and lace bralette and skirt with this.
And do you know what? Because red carpet dressing for celebrities just seems to get more and more risque, I can actually see somebody doing this
Totally.
at some sort of film.
Totally.
Yeah.
And look three, that's super oversized. You're wearing your husband's tux jacket, and then you've got this beautiful.
Then you've just got those pins.
Sheer,
man.
yeah, the
I love the
pins.
veil as well.
Yes.
So Sicilian.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's proper honing their codes.
Look at that
isn't it?
jacket in Look 6, the coat rather. How fabulous is that?
So proper coat dress, isn't it?
It's just so
Coat
comfortable.
dress, coat, absolutely
Do you
exquisite.
think? I think the Princess of Wales might go for that at some point. She likes a coat dress.
It would be lovely, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? And then I thought, sort of nods to Mob Wife. I mean, look 10, that amazing shearling over underwear, basically.
It's just so sexy. It's just like,
Look 12, the satin blouse, very covered, the veil, and then all the lace. I love that.
really need good legs.
You need amazing legs. There are very few pants.
Love that. I love that velvet tux. Look 20, I think that was.
Yep, gorgeous.
So I think because they're always so
do that one
it's
more time.
all about selling sex appeal with them. I think people forget what brilliant tailors they are.
They are. And you've got that exquisite Italian tailoring. The make is absolutely exquisite.
I think that's fabulous.
Amazing oversized shearlings again.
Yeah.
These sort of long, look 22, long, powerful coats. It'll be interesting to see what bits of this end up on the red carpet.
Yeah.
I mean, look 35, that is proper Mob Wife,
That's a great print.
leopard print to the floor and the hat to match.
I love look 38. That's an incredible dress.
Beautiful. I mean, I'd love to think that would end up
I
on
think
the
it
red
will.
carpet.
Yeah. I can see Florence Pugh in that.
Ooh, that would be a good one.
Mm.
A smattering
that's
of
beautiful.
polka dots.
47. Love that. There's one Elvin could wear.
And I love this use of the metallic lace, look 53, exquisite. And then the feathers coming through in look
Oh my
57, sort of embellishing the tux. So I
There's
think
just no there's no restraint, is there?
No
It's
restraint.
such a luxe season.
yeah.
Is that Naomi?
That is Naomi in all of her glory.
Look at those arms.
Oh, incredible, incredible. So
Look at them.
I'm saying 12 out of 10.
Yeah, that's our new scoring system. I like it. Yeah. No notes, Dolce & Gabbana. No notes. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the land of Gucci. Now, I was always an uber fan of Alessandro Michele at Gucci. I love that maximalist color, almost seasonless, trendless way to buy pieces. It was like Candyland. These days, our new creative director, Sabato, he's just gone the other way with the pendulum, and it's fascinating to watch.
Now, I find this more desirable for my aesthetic than the Michele.
I think, considering he is now there and Michele is not, that probably the majority of people would like with you.
Well, let's see, because Michele, what did he do? Double or tripled their sales?
He did,
an
but then it
incredible
stopped
job.
growing. So I think, yeah.
He did an incredible job.
But I think everyone's going to want those boots straight away.
Absolutely, they're literally from look one over the knee. But what's interesting is it's far less branded. It's far more quiet luxury.
Yeah.
And is the customer that was buying that very uber Gucci logoed, are they going to buy into
Probably
this
not.
quieter?
But I think I would hazard a guess that they'd largely stopped buying that anyway, so they needed a new customer anyway. But look at that. That's pretty glam. Look 6.
Look 6.
I think that could satisfy all comers.
But it hasn't got G's all over it. But it's got this dégradé sequins on it, which I think are just absolutely... I mean, that's a coat that I think you'd want to wear in 10 years' time.
All the riding boots are great, which is obviously so much their DNA.
Yep. And I read...
I like look 9. I like that cardigan.
Exactly.
See, I would wear that. I wasn't into I never wore... I don't like wearing logos for any designer. I don't like that. But I loved all the colour.
Yeah.
But that would satisfy my magpie tendencies.
Well,
that beautiful cardigan.
It's an exquisite jacket, isn't it?
That's quite old Gucci. Look 8. That's a nice... Again, that's a nice midpoint in the Venn diagram between the two.
It reminds me of... probably Tom Ford Gucci.
Yep.
I thought very sophisticated color palette. I absolutely loved. Look, 11. That again, it's that khaki. I'm a sucker for khaki.
It's gorgeous, but he needs to get over the chartreuse that he likes. It's been a constant for the last couple of seasons of his.
And too tricky.
I don't like it. Who
But
can
look
wear
at
it?
this.
Who can wear it?
Look at that. That bomber.
That's
look
incredible.
10 in khaki with that bronze paillettes on it.
Absolutely beautiful. And can we just have a moment for the chokers,
The
please?
chokers are exquisite.
Maybe I can afford... Maybe that could be my entry point into Gucci.
And look 14, I absolutely loved. But
that
I
is
mean,
beautiful.
Again, it's this khaki, a beautiful double-breasted maxi coat, and then these very cool platform loafers. So they're going to be items, I think. I
have heard a rumour that they're incredibly difficult to walk in.
Don't doubt it. I should think they...
I love them. That pale blue, I'm all over.
Exquisite. And when you zoom in on
logo-y.
So it's the leather pea coat, quilted, and then you've got those little GGs zoomed in to the embroidery.
Proper Italiano, high-end.
Craftsmanship.
Yes, but also... I am wealthy.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, it does. It screams, not even stealth wealth, it just screams wealth.
I think that was my favourite. I love the collar on that little cardigan on look 33. I think that's absolutely fabulous.
I would love to know how much these boots are going to retail at.
I would say...
There's a lot of leather in
I would
them.
say 2.5.
Easily.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, look at this. This. If I was still a magazine editor, look 37 would be requested for my cover.
Interesting.
I love it.
Because
colour, skin, glitz, it would just pop on a newsstand.
That's fascinating. What your editor's eye on it.
But that's when I used to go to the show. That's what I wasn't there to write pieces on the fashion, but I was there going to my fashion editors. Can we call that in? Can we call that in? Can we call that in? Yeah. Again,
we've got these slips of nothing dresses. It's sort of underwear with chiffon over the top, which I absolutely love and look gorgeous on these girls.
No pasta this year, ladies?
Maybe not. Maybe not. I wish them well with it because and also can we just say, they don't need wishing well. But
on that last picture where the designer is taking his bow, people are standing. That's unusual.
Good.
So there you go.
So they must have loved it.
Yeah.
Congrats. So moving on to Bottega. Absolutely love this house. I love the brand codes. I love the fact that it is real quiet luxury. I think it has been just getting better and better and better as the seasons go.
I think that I don't want to say reinvented it, but he's definitely put his stamp on it. The designer whose name I'm not confident of pronouncing. Thank you. But it's just he's one of those people now in Italy where everybody's just desperate to know what he's going to do next. And he's a hot designer.
I mean, to me, this is like the Italian Hermes.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at look 4 and look at that exquisite cocoon leather coat, it is absolutely just beautifully crafted. Look at the rounded sleeves. It's almost as though you could... I read somewhere, he talked about laying it flat and that was sort of literally how the pattern was cut, and you can see that, can't you?
That oversized shoulder shape is really huge, isn't it? We've seen it a lot.
Pardon the pun.
Yeah. See what I did there? Look 15, one of my favorites. Such an exquisitely unusual shape and color combination. That's one of those real sort of like, let me introduce you to these colors working together. It's like, oh yeah, thank you.
And exquisite. And again, with my khaki in there.
Yep.
It's
a good season for you, Amanda.
It is. I'd be fascinated to know if that bag is a python print or the real thing.
I suspect it's real.
I mean, it's interesting. We have seen hints of hints of fur coming into some of the shows, and then a lot of fur effects with the fabrics. Like in look 19, you've got this exquisite crafting. And that must be just strips of leather coming out from this.
Can you imagine how long that takes to make?
I mean, it's proper atelier workmanship, isn't it?
Look at that dress, look 20. God, I hope Arquette rips that off. I love it.
I will not be quoted on that. I look at that, look 25.
Absolutely incredible.
How the leather is folded and seamed, absolutely beautiful. And then his passport print, which I thought was quite a charming nod to global travelers, just how all of our passports look.
But also it's so not all designers, but there's definitely some designers who forget that these clothes need to work on real women. These are shapes that flatter people, not just models.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so clever.
And we've got these beautiful, beautiful oversized bags. I'm zeroing in on look 54. That is not a print. That's the real thing, I think. Yeah. Look 55, I thought, look at how that sweater is knitted.
I love that.
Absolutely exquisite. It's a double layer and it's knitted into the collar. I think it's absolutely exquisite.
Who knew that Harry Hill could be a chic inspiration?
And I think look 63, look at the cutting on that coat or tunic.
Is it a dress?
It's a dress,
yeah, it's
actually.
Amazing.
And on first view, it looks like a coat. And actually, it's just those pattern pieces have not been put together.
And it's styled there with layers, but imagine it with bare arms as well. It'd be so glamorous.
Absolutely exquisite. And again, that intricato bag, it almost looks like a fish.
I think it is.
Yeah, really, really clever.
We might be rich and glamorous, but we also have a sense of humour.
And one of my favourite dresses.
This was incredible.
The 65.
This has had so much press, this look 65, because it people who were in the audience say it moved like a sea anemone.
Yeah.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
It looks like it. It looks, the way the chiffon has been worked, absolutely exquisite. And look 67, the same.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. What do we think about this look 69? I got to say, if my date turned up wearing that, I'd be troubled. But
it's on a man. Would you wear that?
No. I think that's a little too hard on the eye.
It is. Yeah. I mean, it does make the eye go a little bit funny.
Yeah.
But I have to say, the craftsmanship in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Is truly brilliant. That's bragging about crafting, isn't
nice. It? Yeah. That's
sinister.
That's my only bum note from an otherwise extraordinary, beautiful
exquisite show.
Yeah.
Exquisite show.
Yeah.
So we can't leave Milan without checking in on what Peter Hawkins is doing with Tom Ford.
Oh goodness, no! I wouldn't dream of it. Show me.
But still looks very Tom Ford.
Yeah. Do you think that has he got anything to do with it anymore?
I don't think so.
Right. Okay.
No. Sold, done, dusted. But Peter Hawkins was in his design studio and very much doing his menswear for many years.
And so do you think Peter Hawkins has got a little tattoo or something? Some of this is. What would Tom do?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I think for me, it's still got some of Tom's power woman, but somehow she's not as powerful.
But it's still got that, that one of Tom's famous muses was always Careen
Rockfield.
And I can still see that in the smoky eye, the hardware on the, it's really quite incredible, actually.
It is, when you look at look 7, that's a very Careen power woman dress.
I love look 9. That reminds me of when he was doing those like mid-90s Gucci looks.
Yes,
So I love that. I like it when he has a slightly 60s vibe.
yes.
Yeah.
And certainly look 11 feels very Gucci retro.
It does. Yeah.
Look 13, that beautiful shearling, the same.
Is it shearling?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But somehow it's very beautiful, but it doesn't have the Tom Ford edge that I think of as Tom Ford.
Yeah. Well, how long has he been leading?
I think this is his second season.
Okay. So, people are allowed to find their groove, I think. It's definitely the DNA of the house. I mean, it definitely is.
It is, but without that final bit of sort of real edge. I mean, look 37, borderline Armani-esque, dare I say it.
Ooh.
Ouch. No, I won't. I don't dare say that.
He won't
no,
want to hear that. But no, you're not wrong. So, you're not wrong. I also think these, me, I'm so obsessed with color. I think some of these colors are not really, these wishy-washy colors aren't really Tom. I think it's like you're either in the room or you're not. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Yep. So I think it's beautiful. It's not Tom Ford to me.
See, also things like, have a look at this look number 55. Having been in the room where, Tom Ford will talk you through his every collection. I know what he loves and what he doesn't love. Those shoes aren't high enough for our Tom. He hates a platform. He hates a flat shoe. Do you know what I mean? It's like he wants uber sex on stilts, and that's not it quite.
And for me, the cutting on look 58, it's just not quite. It's not quite
it's
there.
Not perfect, is it?
It's not perfect.
No.
And he was the man of impeccable.
It's better on 60.
Yep.
But yeah.
So I like bits of it.
Yeah.
But some of it.
Look at him. He looks like he's about to be beamed up on a spaceship. I like his outfit. That's very Tom. Yeah.
Over and out.
Yeah.
Peter Hawkins.
You failed. Extraction.
Oh, I don't think we can say he's failed.
I know.
But next week we have got Paris, and I can't wait to see
Paris.
Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
That's my top favorite. I love Chloe.
I love Chloe. I used to love just the spectacle of a Karl Lagerfeld Chanel show.
I know.
That's all been sort of like toned down.
It has, hasn't it?
So let's
But the
see.
spectacle was fantastic.
Yeah.
So all the editors are in Paris right now, and we will join them next Friday.
Yeah.
Over and out.